with a very like water stained t-shirt. So today we are doing a Navratri get ready with me, and I already have my hairstyle done, so I have no other choice, and we'll get some background noise, which is the fan, the AC, and everything's going on because it's extremely hot, and I don't know how I'm gonna survive in this heat. But I thought let's do a quick get ready with me because I'm not I mean, I have short stuff for today, which is Friday, which is my upload day, but I've not edited. I'll just catch you guys up on a lot of things that have been going on, but I just don't want to waste my time, and we'll start getting ready. I'll give you guys tips and tricks on how to make your makeup long lasting, and how can you can try a Navratri hairstyle, everything, outfit, everything you guys will see on my Instagram. So make sure to follow me there. I will leave the link for my Instagram down in the description. And now let's get started with the makeup. First thing that I did is I washed my face and applied a moisturizer to prep it. Next thing that we need to do is use a primer. Primer is a must when you want a very long lasting makeup, and most of the times you use a primer which is according to your skin type, but since we want makeup that has to be really long lasting, I personally prefer using a primer that is matte. You do not want anything glossy or shiny on your skin except your highlighter, of course, but you don't want foundation or your powder or anything which is like dewy or which transfers. You want everything that is matte because you're gonna play, you'll sweat, and with that sweat, like, everything is just gonna become extra more glowy, and it's just not gonna have a good look. So we're gonna start with the primer. I'll try to link all the products down in the description for you guys. So I'm going to use the Lakme Absolute Blur Perfect Primer. It's a mattifying primer and also blurs my pores. I have pores around my nose and on my nose, like around my chin area, my forehead, basically my T-zone, wherever I'm oily. So that's how I'm going to apply, and applying like a little bit more than what I usually would, is because I want my makeup to last really long, and it's a very great primer. I feel all skin types can use it because it's not like it dries your skin down. I think it's just a pore blurring and mattifying primer, and it's not very like stripping or anything like that. So then whatever's remaining, I am just going to apply to my chin, my forehead, and then just kind of dab it on the rest of my face. So yeah, that is with the primer. So you're prepped with the skin. Next thing is we're gonna move to the eyes. Now that's something I have a little confusion with. My Ghagra choli is like black white, and then it is like colorful stuff on it. So I'm thinking to go with classic smoky eyes and nude lips, exactly what I'd done on my birthday. Or something that I can do is just go on tones of pinks or greens or something like that. I'm going to use the Makeup Revolution palette. This is my go-to palette when I want to do looks and when I want to have all the colors, so I don't have to like reach out to different palettes. So I'm thinking maybe we could go green. Let me just show you guys the color palette that is there. So this is what it looks like. It's black, and then this is like completely colorful. So we have some green going on right here. I think even this will look very beautiful, and then we of course have the pinks, reds, and all other colors. So maybe we can kind of do like a combination of those. What do you guys think? But then it's just gonna be a little bit too pink, so maybe what I can do, I can just do smoky eyes, a little bit of green and pink mixture, and then we'll go like pink nude lips, something like that. I also want to do glossy lips, so that's something I have in mind. So I think let's just get started. What is the first thing that I'm gonna do is, of course, we are gonna conceal, and I'm gonna use a concealer which is exactly my skin tone. We don't want to layer a lot of products when you want your makeup to be long lasting, or you want makeup which you want to wear for a long time or something, even where you're gonna sweat. So wear very light layers, so not like a lighter concealer for highlighting everything. I'm just gonna use my shade. It's the Pack Take Cover Concealer in the shade Butterscotch, and what I'm going to do is just apply it all over my eyelids in a it's a very light concealer, and it blends very beautifully. So I'm just going to go over my eyes like this, and right here I'm just going to take it, use my beauty blender, and I'm just going to blend all of that out. It's a very beautiful concealer. It blends very nicely, and you can see it's exactly my skin tone. It'll look like a little lighter on my eyes because my eyes are pigmented, but on my skin right here you see it literally vanishes. So it's very beautiful, and it blends with your fingers as well. But I just like to use a blender and not like kind of dirty my hands. And I'm going with the kajal. I'm just gonna go like roughly with the kajal. I'm not setting my concealer. Okay, I'm just gonna go roughly a little bit. I don't want like very dark base as well. We're gonna try and like lighten it down, so I'm just gonna go in like roughly with the kajal. We'll kind of blend it out, and we'll also use of course a matte shadow. So I'm just using a brush which I've already has black shade on it, and I'm just gonna start like kinda smudging the kajal out, and pull the eyelids so like I have better grip over it, but you don't necessarily have to. So yeah, I was like, I need to catch you guys up on what's going on. A lot has been going on in the back end, you guys. You guys saw I took admission at NMIMS for my masters, and then I would say like right um, after my birthday. So I had not gone out for like a lunch or a dinner or whatever my birthday thing with my parents. Okay, so we decided on one Sunday, I believe, to go out, which I believe was either like 3rd or 4th September, I would say. Okay, and on 3rd and 4th September, when I went out, right when I went out and I was having a nice family time and I was having my lunch, these guys announced the CET dates. They announced the CET, which was supposed to happen on 17th of September, which was not even like kind of like 15 days, into this, and it was just too soon. And I was like, oh my god, like what is this now, what am I supposed to do? So at that moment I was like out, so I was like, you know what, let me just like spend time with the family, and we kind of go home, we all collectively decide what is supposed to be done, and then we kind of make a decision. So then we came home, and then we decided, and I was like, I really want to give that exam, is because I want to try, and if I secure a government seat or if I get KJ, then that's something I do want to consider shifting. Um, because I just don't want to have that kind of regret that I did not even like try, or I just let it go when it was like literally right in front of my eyes, So that's something that I wanted to do, and if I get in a government seat, I would even get stipend. So basically, all the money that I've put here in NMIM is something I would recover as well. So I was like, that's something that was in my mind, and I definitely wanted to give it. Getting anywhere or not is the second thing, but I knew that if I do not give it, I am going to regret it for the rest of my life. So that's what I thought, and my dad also wanted me to give, but for him it was like, you just need to try and you give it, you just see how you feel about it, you should always give an exam, uh, like whatever's meant for you. So he was something, he was like, I think you should give too. But my mom on the other hand felt like I should not, because she just thought that wherever I am, I think that is what is meant for me, which is not wrong. Like whatever she thinks is absolutely correct. Everyone has a different perspective and different take on what you want to do, but I just feel like at the end they were like, it's your life and it's your career, and you need to decide what's best for you. So they just went ahead with whatever I decided, and I was like, let me just fill the form, let's see how it all goes. And I decided to give the exam. So yeah, that is what happened. And then it was like, again, like I just gotten my admission, and then it's like, again I'm back into that rhythm of studying. And I was like, I have like barely like 15 days, so it's not even like I have to prep for a long time, and then I'm gonna regret like, oh, I like studied and now it's like all my efforts are wasted and all, so all of that. So I was like, fine, so I was like, now these few days I just need to kind of focus and just give my best, because I just have a few days in hand, and it shouldn't be that like for that 1 mark or 2 mark, or something that I didn't study, I just kind of like got left out. So then those days I was like so caught up that I absolutely did not have time for anything and everything, and it's just like I was like, finally, okay, now this is what my career is going to be like, this is where I'm going to be for 2 years. And then it's like flip, like things changed around that. So I was constantly kind of in that mindset where I'm just like not having a final decision of what I am going to do. So that is something that happened. And what I did was just take some black powder eyeshadow and also a pink on this fluffy brush, and blended it out to create like a soft smoky look. And I'm thinking to go like pink on the lids and then probably a little bit green on the inner corner. Let's see. So yeah, that is something that happened. And I did, and then I filled the form and I was prepping for the exam. The exam was on a Sunday, which was great. I went and gave the exam and it was horrible, you guys. The paper was absolutely horrible. I gave up. I was like, there is no way I'm getting admission anywhere, okay? There's literally no way I'm getting admission anywhere with such a horrible paper. I was like, I don't even wanna. And I was somehow in this thought process that they will give the marks and the answer key something which is like next week, so like probably like a week later or so. But I don't think that was the case. They decided to give the mark sheet the absolute very next day, and I was in college, so me and Ayushi were together, and I was vlogging all of this process, mind you guys, okay? I was vlogging, and still it's not like a final decision, but I just think that rather than like putting up a vlog, I just want to like talk to you guys about it. I think that's something which is gonna be just so much better. I think this is what I'm looking for. It looks absolutely beautiful though. Yeah. So me and Ayushi, of course, like looked through it, and I calculated my score, and I got 65. 65 in a bad paper. I was someone who was aiming for like 70 at least, but 65 on a bad paper was so good. And then when I get to know what other people scored, I was like, oh my god, oh my god, I have done good in this exam. So now things are about to change for me. Now that's what happened. And then there were a few questions, of course, jisme we had like doubts and stuff, which I thought that I had done correct, and they have kind of like not given the right answer to, so challenging all of that and everything. So I was like, great, now if I get extra marks, then it's gonna be so amazing. I'll definitely get government in Mumbai. So that is what my mindset was. And I was like, okay, we have a change coming up. I'm just gonna be calm and we'll just see how the ranking comes and how all of that happens. So that is something that was happening in my mind. And yeah, that is what was going on. But kind of at the same time, I was like, mentally I was just not feeling at peace, because everything was just getting like kind of too much for me, because I was constantly in that state of uncertainty. And that, if you guys know, is just been a very traumatic experience for me in general, because that's what I've gone through in my UG as well, and that is something I absolutely despise. So uncertainty ho raha tha, and I was like, what, I really need to get my rank on. I was like talking to my friends, to my seniors, asking people how it's gonna go. But at the same time, I was like really really proud of myself. But also exam mein maine thode questions aise kiye the, which were kind of like, I should have done right, you guys, I should have done that right. And I was like, oh my god, like it shouldn't be that वो एक मार्क के लिए मैं रह गई, kind of that situation. So I was just like, I really hope it's all good, and it really doesn't mess up in the end, and it's not like I should regret it or something like that. So that's something I was hoping for. And then getting 65, I was like, this is something which is a good score. And not that I want to boast about it, but I was like कि अगर मेरे को स्टेट रैंक 20 या 25 के अंदर आ गया, then I have like really really good chances of getting a government college in Mumbai, and that is something which I wanted. So I was like very happy about it. But of course things were taking its own sweet time. A lot of procedures were happening in between. So I was like, I literally cannot talk about this. No. So I was like, I don't know if I can talk about this because it's all just uncertain. And at that point, I was just kind of logging at the back end because I didn't know what to do. So yeah, that is what I did. And you can see with the eyes, they look absolutely beautiful. I love the eyes. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. So that is what was happening in the back end, you guys. And ranks came out, and I was so sad to know my rank. My rank was 38. So the thing is, what happened this year is usually the paper is not this difficult, but so usually what happens is like the highest is around, I would say, like 70 or 72, 75, something like that. But this year the highest was, I think it was 70, 72, something like that, but only one person got it. And then below it was something like 68 or something like that. Okay. And since the paper was very difficult, most of the people that were a part of it and those who did good were all cramped up at the top. So it was like, if my marks were 64, I got 64 marks. Okay, somehow I must have miscalculated and मेरा एक mark कम हो गया. But irrespective of that, getting 64 marks, I was on rank 38, and someone who had gotten 66 marks was on rank 21. Let me just do this, guys. Yeah, so this is what happened. So basically between 2 marks there were 17 people, and that is not something that usually happens. So then I was like really disappointed, because like that, till that moment I was like, okay, I'm just gonna get and I'm gonna switch colleges, and now it's just gonna be, everything is gonna change for me, like it's gonna be all over a new life again. And kind of, not like I was like over the moon, like kind of celebrating about it, but in my mind that is how I was, the kind of like preparing for that new change. And then suddenly it's just like boom, the rank is not that great according to my marks. Okay, so that is what that happened. I checked my rank again. I was in college, because at that time I was having my evening shift. So that's when I got to know about the rank, and I got 38 rank, which I am like very very proud about. Everyone, my friends and everyone, like really feel like very proud about what I did. I know I did good, but I didn't do good enough. And then that was the moment when I was like, वो एक दो marks के लिए मैं रह गई. Otherwise, I would have like been. But irrespective of that, that is what that happened. And then I was like, definitely not getting in government, but not gonna give my try, and then deciding which colleges and which not. So that's like another um, big process kind of thing. But yeah, that is what was going on. And so I think very recently I filled my college preferences, and then the first list came out, and of course I did not get my choice. So I think at this point I know that I am not going to get. So this is what it is. But to come to that point, it's just been a very big roller coaster for me, because I've just constantly been in a very uncertain mindset, and that is something that I absolutely don't like. So it was just like there was a lot of shifting here and then happening, and I was not able to focus on things, because I feel like right now I need to really really focus on where I want to take my career to. So like things, other things have taken a back seat, and it's fine for me. I do feel guilty about it. I do feel guilty about not creating content kind of religiously, but that's not something which is in my hand, and it's fine. It's gonna be fine. I'm gonna be back on track. I just need some more time. Okay, that happened. And then I have my seminar presentation in NMIMS, which kind of holds a lot of marks for my SEM 1 exam. So that is something I had to focus on. And then I had my case presentations going on, which again has marks. And then also I have my internal exams coming up like literally next week. So I was just like, everything is back to back, and I am not getting a break. I'm not getting time to like actually sit back. And then my timings changed from 2 to 7. Now it's 8 to 1. So it's just like, there's a lot going on, so I'm not getting time to like sit and think about content, or sit and kind of film content, or things like that. And I'm just like, it's fine. I'm just gonna take things at my own pace and do how it comes to me. I have content, but I just don't have time to like kind of sit and edit around it or something like that. So that's something where I need some time in. I've missed a few uploads on YouTube as well regarding that, which is fine. I usually don't. YouTube is one place which I do not absolutely miss uploads, but it's something which is happening right now, and I'm just accepting it and going with it. It's fine. Other things are more important right now. So yeah, that is what has been happening. And I went out, I think, a few times with Kushi, because that's something also I have not been able to do, like me and her have not been able to meet or kind of spend some time together. So that is what we did. But like it's just I constantly feel like I'm like so occupied and not getting time, because I don't know why, I just feel kind of like exhausted and stuff like that. Like there's a lot going on. Then me and Heath hadn't met in a long time, so there were times like where we just like, you know, we need to catch up. It was kind of that moment for us. So there were a few times which I met with her, and yeah, that is what has been going on. And here also I've been like having holiday duties and stuff like that. So um, that is something which I get busy on. So ऐसे नहीं है कि मेरे को weekends भी free मिलते हैं, या you know holidays भी free मिलते हैं. That also kind of goes busy only for me, because I have to go on duties and kind of do my work, which is necessary. So yeah, that is what has been going on with me in general, and I'm sorry if kind of I've not been active, but this is the reason, and this is kind of the update that I wanted to give you guys that has been going on. And then of course I was like sick for a few while. I was kind of like so in not a good state of mind, so that is what had been going on. But yeah, that is for the entire update thing. Now let's move on to the foundation. Again, matte foundation, I'm going to use the Lakme um, 9 to 5 primer plus matte, but gonna go in with a very very thin layer, not loading a lot of product in there, because it's just all gonna sweat off, you know. So I'm just blending it all out, and it's a very very beautiful match to my skin. You see how beautiful the eyes look. I love them. I feel like lately I've been loving like applying kajal as a black base, like doing a smoky base and then adding shimmer which matches. Like black base just gives those beautiful vibes, especially on me, and how it looks on me and all the outfits. Of course it depends on what kind of outfit you're wearing. If you're wearing like a very light colored outfit, definitely not something that would look good. But on darker outfits, blacks especially, this looks absolutely stunning. And you can add any pop of color that you know you feel like will suit on it. So yeah, that is it. I am done with my foundation, and I think we're going to use all powder products. That's also something you need to keep in mind when you want your makeup long lasting. Cream products will come off, they will melt off. I'm so sorry, I kind of feel itchy around my nose. But yeah, cream products and something is that is something which will of course melt off. So you need to resort to all powder products. I wanted to use a liquid blush, but I think I'm going to refrain away from it. And I'm just gonna set my entire face now with my Maybelline loose powder. This is my holy grail. Also, one product I discovered is the Nykaa All Day Matte Compact. Is a really really good powder. I actually got that for my mom, and I used it once or twice, and it was actually really good, man. I am in the shade 04, but I think I can go with 03 as well. But it stays all day. Like it's really good mattifying powder. Don't know about the transfer stuff, but it mattifies and sets the face so well that even if you are sweating, it's gonna control that like oil production and sweat kind of thing, and you know not make your face look bad, or you know like your makeup running down your face. So yeah, that is something that is going to happen. And next step is going to be setting spray. So I'm just using the Faces Canada. You next step, of course, something when you want long lasting makeup is having good setting sprays and using lots and lots of setting sprays in between, so your makeup is kind of like actually locked in. You literally need to drench yourself in that setting spray. And what I like to do is just I go with my powder blender and I kind of like tap it all in, so that powder also sets all the setting spray and all the makeup in place. Give it like little time to dry down, and I think you should be good to go. Yeah, you see now it's all dried down, and my makeup doesn't look very oily, very matte. Whatever is there, like it's all the shine, but then of course the lights that are falling on my face. Let's move on to some bronzer, I believe. I actually, you know, guys, I have forgotten what I do in my makeup routine. I think I used to do bronzer first and then my blush, but I've absolutely forgotten what I did. And now I just do whatever I feel like I used to do. because I don't remember. I'm using the Rimmel London bronzer. That's also really nice, and you guys know how much I love the Sugar Woody Wonder bronzer. But I just feel like once in a while, I need to use this bronzer, like what I got. I really, really like this as well. It's like really pigmented. It's rightly pigmented, and it's a very warm tone, but it's not like the sugar one, which is kind of like orange toned. You see, I'll take 10 minutes. So yeah, so this is kind of like a mix of like that, but like not very very warm toned, you know. And I'm just gonna bronze my nose, not a little bit, just not a lot, just a little bit. But I really really like that it does provide the definition and what I need, and it's a night look, so I don't really need a lot of bronzer any which ways. I'm going in with my Maybelline blush. It is in the shade 50. These are like the old ones, and Maybelline for some reason it just kind of keeps on revamping its blushes all the time. I don't know why. Not like, oh, they like have some magical formula, and at least keep the old ones if you're like revamping it. Just keep on revamping the same product again and again. I had their OG blush and they stopped selling. It was like in one shade of pink, and it was so beautiful. And I went on my Karjat trip and I literally broke that brush on the trip. So that was like such a beautiful pink, like it was like a true baby pink shade, and it looked absolutely beautiful. But after that I don't think और कुछ मिला भी है मुझे Maybelline से. And then I got these ones, and even these are like not available now. They have like rebranded and reformulated, and I don't know what they keep on doing with their blushes. But I really like the Maybelline blushes. I feel like they are rightly pigmented. Even though they have like shimmer particles, it's never too shimmery for me. I really really like how beautiful and glowing and, you know, natural it makes my skin feel like, and not like I have a lot of product on a lot of like blush. You know, a lot of people like too much blush on their face, and that's not something I like at all. But yeah, this is what I'm gonna apply. It's actually a wine shade, but it kind of looks a little pink, so it's kind of going with the eyes. It's kind of matching where it should. uh, for some reason I kind of start feel itchy around my nose. I don't know why. But yeah, next we are gonna fill our brows, and for that I'm using the Sugar Brow Pencil. That's the only pencil that I have. I'm just gonna lightly fill them. But yeah, that is what I had to catch up with you guys on. Also, a lot of things happened. Like I feel like around my birthday, which I don't think I'm ever gonna talk about it, but kind of I just feel like a lot of things happen, and then in general also a lot of, I just feel like I have been someone who's not been like giving time to my friendship, but then also I feel like I've kind of left a lot of friendships behind, because I just feel like we all grow out of things, and I just feel like once you are a certain age, you just want to be with the right people, and you don't want to be with new people even though they might be amazing. I personally feel like I'm just happy and content with the kind of people that I have, and I absolutely do not want to waste my energy on people who will not give me back any of it. So yeah, that is something has been happening. So kind of like lost a few friends here and there, but I've not been sad about it at all. I feel like that was something which was my personal decision to make, and I am very happy with it, because I absolutely at this point do not have time. I just want to focus on things um, that are going to be a part of my future. I want to focus on relationships I know that I will cherish in my future. And yeah, that is something that I do want to keep in mind. um, I don't want to complicate things for myself and hold on to friendships I know will never last, or something that will never make me happy. You know, I want to be with people who are going to motivate me. I'm still struggling with something like that, and I don't know how to get out of it, but I think eventually, yeah. But that's something, you know, that has been happening. I just feel like when you grow old, you need the right kind of people who will always, you know, push you to be the best version of yourself. Like, and if you yourself are not gonna be motivated, imagine like me being in the worst of my life, and you just not being able to lift me up or cherish me, or, you know, want me to do good in life, because it just feel like you only don't know what to do with your life. Like, that's something which is kind of I absolutely don't like, is indecisiveness. And when you don't know, and if you don't have like a certain goal in your life, or you're not focused or working towards a goal in life, that is something which I don't look forward to in friendships. And I'm struggling with something like that, so I don't know how to like go about it. But I'm just trying to like kind of take it slow and see like how things go. I need to give myself time, and that is also one reason why I haven't been able to give time to my friendships, is just because I have been just so occupied with things going on with me. So kind of it, either like with some people it's just I've been feeling guilty that oh my god, like I've not spent time with these people, and then some people it's just like I don't know how to even figure out this friendship anymore because I am just so stuck. So yeah, that is what has been happening in the back end, but it's fine, we'll get through it. It's okay, it's absolutely okay. I'm just gonna go in with a lip liner actually, but I want a brown lip liner, so maybe we'll just do this cherry brown. No, I don't think it's gonna go. That's what the difficult part, like picking a lip liner is the most difficult part. I want a pink undertone as well, so I don't know which one to pick. I don't have, oh, I have the ultimate lipstick. Maybe I can do that and then layer my nude lipstick on top, and then I can apply some lip gloss, and then we'll be done with the makeup. I need to get ready ASAP. I'm not even kidding. I have applied the Maybelline Ultimate. I'm going with my Inside lip ink. Yeah, I just kind of need to clean up the edges at this point. Yeah, that is what my lip shade is going to be. I'm gonna apply a gloss on top of it, of course. I just feel like my blush is not right. I haven't applied this blush in a really long time, and I think this is something that I actually prefer. But yeah, I'm just gonna go in with the last bout of setting spray. I'm using the e.l.f. Mist and Set. Drenching yourself in setting spray is the key, you guys. It's literally the key. I really like this e.l.f. setting spray, although it did not perform well on the setting spray ka thing. If you guys have not seen that video, please do see. It did not perform well at all for some reason, but it gives such a beautiful this shine to the face and glow to the face, and kind of melts your makeup in so well that I really like it for some reason. It looks really beautiful. Like, look at that glow, look at how beautifully melted my makeup looks in. And I'm just gonna go a little bit with this purple again. Kinda in the center, yeah. And I'm gonna go in with my e.l.f. lip gloss, and I think we will call it a day. Final look, of course, you guys will see on my Instagram. Yeah, I think this should be it. So this is what the final makeup look looks like. I absolutely love it. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments down below. I will link all the makeup products down, and that was kind of for the life update also, which was remaining. But I hope to be catching up with you guys very soon. Skincare November is gonna come. Oh my god, you guys. Also, the year is coming to an end. Lots of updates and lots of things that I need to work on. But I'll see you guys very soon. Final look will be up on my Instagram, so make sure you are following me on there. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.